I just first of all, before we get started, just want to mention Sean Clark, passed away. I guess it was Sunday night, and just mention his family, Janelle, Gianna, Braxton, his two kids. Sean and I were teammates at App State back in the '90s, and then coached together for several years, and obviously been close for a long time. He was a great guy, a really good football coach, but more importantly, a great guy, great husband, father, and he'll be missed. Just prayers go out to his family, and what a tragedy. 50 years old. I think Kansas has done a great job since Coach has been there, and he's really changed that whole program. It's amazing, what they were before, what they are now, and you watch the film, and they're good in all three phases. They play hard, they're physical. If you relax on any phase, they're gonna put it to you. I think obviously starts with the offense with Jalen Daniels, a guy who's played for 6 years, outstanding player, and can run, can throw, does it all for them. Kind of makes their offense go. Fundamentally, I think this is going to be a fundamental game for us. I think and that's part of being fundamentally sound is your eye discipline, but also tackling. I think tackling is going to be huge. I mean, watched them play West Virginia. I was, sitting at home watching them, and their running back making guys miss. So tackling is going to be a big emphasis for us. This week for sure, because Jalen's hard to tackle too, the quarterback. I mean, he's another big, strong guy. So fundamentally, have to be able to tackle, bring your feet. But yeah, I just want to be huge. I'm not really necessarily looking forward to any injury report. But I know that's coming out today, and it is what it is. I don't put a lot of stock in that really. We're going to get out there on game day and you see who's playing and who's not. I think is the main thing. But Dante's making great progress. He'll be listed as questionable as we come out tomorrow for a report. But he's making great progress, and obviously we'll see as the week goes and see how he's progressing. We're starting to see teams beat up on each other. It's crazy as these teams start playing. Just sitting there watching the Utah-Texas Tech game, two really good football teams. Somebody's got to lose, and you're looking at Baylor. Baylor's a really good football team, and what's their record? 2-2. Could easily be 4-0 right now. It's the way it's going to be week in and week out. And I think Kansas has a really, really good football team. I think we got a good team. And I think as you go through these games, there's going to be a lot of tight games. There's going to be a lot of back and forth. There's not one thing that he's not good at. We've seen him do some incredible runs throughout his career. We've seen him make some incredible passes throughout his career. When he's on, he's as good as anybody in the country. And he's certainly got the ability to be on like that. Now, Samaj, he's working on our end, the offensive end. I think Kinsey probably, he's a bigger kid, can run as well, and he's got a live arm, so obviously he'll probably play a little bit of that. Coker's been down that end as well. Obviously not the kind of runner that you would think, Daniels is. But Samaj is the closest thing to that. If they feel like defensively they need another look, we can slide them down there for a period or two for sure. They did renovations in this stadium last year, so this is the first year back in the stadium, and apparently the visitor side, I guess, is they're going to tear down next year and fix that also. So basically a new stadium, sell out this year. I think there may be 40,000 is what I'm hearing that will be there. There is an open end zone in this facility here. Unlike like Arrowhead where it's all closed in, it kept all the noise in. So maybe not quite as loud because of the open end zone. But yeah, we'll be prepared for if we need to go silent cadence.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to go play the game, see if I have to run around, see if they let me run around or what their game plan is for me. Obviously, we'll be ready to throw it, run it, do all of that. So excited for the challenge. Really good team. Obviously, the quarterback in Missouri did a really good job. He's obviously really athletic, so they did a good job of containing him. So you gotta see what you can get away with early on in the game, and then go from there. We got to go in there, we got to attack, and we got to, put a lot of points up, or else we won't win this game. Regardless of who we're playing, we got to have the same mindset going into each week, and that's we got to score, and we got to find a way to win, regardless of what it takes. It's on me, not just our O-line, to avoid those sacks. It's getting out of the pocket, not just sitting back there holding the ball, and then just being good with the quick pass game and Whenever the shots are downfield, to take it and hold on to the ball a little bit. You got to do that and make plays. But you know, I trust our guys up front. They've done a really good job so far.
I think it's a great challenge. You know, not a lot of teams have not a lot of sack yet so far this season. I think it's 5 right now. Might be even less than that, but I mean, it's a great accomplishment so far for us, and you know how much drop back we've been running in the past couple of weeks. So I think it's a great challenge for us to go up against a great D line. They're very twitchy. They have great hands, so you know it'll be a great challenge for us.
He's a great quarterback. He can do a lot of things when stuff goes wrong. He can expand plays. He can affect the game differently than most quarterbacks because he can use his legs. But it's going to be a fun time getting after him. I think we're going to draw up some schemes to get him off the spot. And I think our linebackers and our defense just plays with a lot of speed, and we'll be able to get to him.